Hey, everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show, where we discuss church news, and so much more. All right, you guys, today we have a story that's coming out of India. This story is coming out of India, and it involves a pastor who has been arrested. Now, watch what did happen here. Y'all, when I tell y'all these stories, I can't make them up. There's no need for me to make them up. All I need to do is just search the web and I will find them. Now, this story was published on November 28th, and it is from the Hindu's website. And it states this. It says a pastor of Living Way Church was booked by the Sanangagar police after a woman alleged that he promised to marry her, took money from her over time, and later refused to honor his commitment, even threatening to take her life. Oh my God, today. All right. I don't have any photos of this pastor or the woman who made these allegations. So we just have to go based on this story from the Hindu. Now, the story goes on to also say the accused has been identified as Pastor Joseph Sandeep, a resident of Upal. According to police, the complainant, who lives in Sananagar and is a mother to a young boy, approached the suspect 4 years ago for spiritual guidance following her separation from her husband. For the last 2 years, they were allegedly in a relationship. So let me pause for a moment from the story. Let me pause. So, from what this story is saying, this mother approached this pastor because she wanted to talk to him to get some spiritual guidance following a separation she had from her husband. And it also states that this woman has a young boy. Now, it says also, this stating that for the last 2 years, the pastor and the woman were allegedly in a relationship. Now, how you going to go to your pastor for relationship advice about your husband and you going to end up in a relationship with the pastor? My God, today. But here we go. Let me go back to the story. So it says the woman alleged that the pastor had assured her of marriage and had been receiving money from her on a regular basis. However, when she insisted on fulfilling the marital promise, he allegedly refused and issued threats to take her life. My God, today. Following her complaint, the Santa Nagar police registered a case and referred the woman to the Barossa Center for recording her statement. It later emerged that the alleged offense took place at the pastor's residence in Upal, after which the case was transferred to Upal police for further investigation. Oh my God. Y'all, now over there in India, they ain't playing like y'all playing over here in America. They ain't playing. You ain't gonna just tell some woman you go marry her and take her money over several years, and then when she tell you, okay, why aren't we getting married? And you decide you just not gonna marry her. It don't work like that over there. It don't work like that over there. Mm-mm. You can't get away with that stuff over there. Nope, they ain't playing with y'all over there like that. This woman meant business, either marry me or go to jail. And also, it was sad that this pastor is accused of saying that he threatened to take her life. I mean, my goodness, take her money and then now you want to take her life. I cannot. Ladies, if you got to pay a man to be with you, and if you got to keep asking this man to marry you, and he refuses, whether he's got a collar on saying he's a pastor or whether he doesn't, stop giving these men y'all's money and then expecting them to keep their promise to marry you. Let them go. Let them go. Especially if there's some of these men of the cloth that act as though, hey, you're going to come to me for counseling, and then I'm going to take your money, and then I'm going to marry you. I'm going to marry you, and then I don't want to marry you no more, but I still want to take your money. And if you don't behave, now he wants to take your life. Y'all women, take care of y'all babies. This woman had a son. Take care of your babies. Take care of your babies. and leave these men that don't want y'all alone. Leave them alone. We're going to cover these stories, all these church news stories. We're going to cover them. But we're not covering them just to cover them, because our motto here at the Juice Radio Talk Show is we're not here for the mess. We are here for the message. And the message is this: if you need marriage counseling, maybe your pastor ain't the one that you need to go to. Maybe you need to go to someone who's licensed and who really is trying to get you some help that you need. All pastors are not meant for this marriage counseling thing. Ladies, especially if they single men, if they single men and you going to them for counseling about marriage relationships, that's a no-no right there. No, 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 and no. Oh my God, today I got so many more stories I got to bring up here. Y'all ladies, come on now, get it together. If they don't want you, you don't have to want them. Let them go. Oh my God, it's too much. All right, y'all. I got to go into my next video. But if you want to keep in touch with what's going on in these church news sector, then why don't you go ahead and do this? Subscribe today to the channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Subscribe, like, and share, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this story as well. I'll see y'all on the very next one. Stay loving and kind out there, guys. Bye, y'all.